That's pretty lucky. What a field wipe. Whew. Just in the nick of time. Hey everybody, welcome back. I am TOS and you're watching Hello Good Game, where we continuously break down new Magic the Gathering Arena content. And today we are checking out Rule of Law, submitted by Jamoke. And this is an aggressive deck. I'm having a little bit of trouble converting on it, but I think I've got it figured out, and I'll break it down for you guys as far as my understanding. You can comment below if I'm getting anything wrong. That'd be super helpful for me and all the other viewers, right? So getting into our one drops, we have 4 Scheming Symmetry. Choose 2 target players. Each of them searches their library for a card and then shuffles their library and puts that card on top of it. So as far as I can make out, Scheming Symmetry is worked in with Teferi Time Raveler. So until your next turn, you may cast sorcery spells as though they had flash. So this is a sorcery spell, obviously, so we'll be casting it with flash at the end of our opponent's turn with 1 spare swamp. And that will allow us to search for, if we don't already have it, a Devious Cover-Up. So we're just running hard counters. We are running absorbs up the mill. We have 4 absorbs here. Counter target spell, you gain 3 life. And then Devious Cover-Up is counter target spell. If that spell is countered this way, exile it instead of putting it into its owner's graveyard. You may shuffle up to 4 target cards from your graveyard into your library. So we will be reshuffling these absorbs continuously into our library and just absorbing Devious Cover-Up, because we're gonna, with our second Devious Cover-Up, we're gonna need to take the first one that we played back to our hand. So 1 Devious Cover-Up, we're gonna take 4 absorbs potentially, and then the second Devious Cover-Up, we're gonna take 3 absorbs and a Devious Cover-Up. So that should ensure that we always have counters available. And then mixed with Rule of Law, so each player can't cast more than 1 spell each turn. Technically, it is possible to put your opponent in, just you absolutely lock him out. He can't do anything, because if we are Scheming Symmetry on the end of his turn whenever we need, and we can take Scheming Symmetry back also with Devious Cover-Up, right? So we'll need to take potentially Scheming Symmetries as well. So if our opponent can only cast 1 spell each turn, we're locking him out to cast on our turn with Teferi, and then on his own turn, he's only allowed to play 1 spell each turn, which we are almost guaranteeing we have an absorb for, or a Devious Cover-Up, even a Syncopate, right? So he can only play 1 spell turn, and we're always going to have that counter available. That's my understanding of it. To get through the deck, we have a few more tools. We have a D-Spark, we have 2 Tyrant Scorns, 4 Thought Erasers, 3 Narsets, 4 Teferis, 1 Mortify, and 1 Oath of Kaya, 4 Elite Guardmage, and 2 Kai's Wrath. We have 7 different land types incorporated with Field of the Dead. So when you have 7 or more different lands on the battlefield, or you play another land, you create a 2/2 zombie, which is great. And we also have a Blast Zone, potentially to deal with Search for Escanta. We also have the Mortify for the Search for Escanta destroying. That's the best I can make out of it. It's a slow, terrible deck to play. I was thinking of making a thumbnail for this video that's Teferi, and you know how he's holding his staff? He's going to be holding like one of those IV cart things, the poles with the IV up on it, and he's going to be in a cancer ward, and he's going to be photoshopped bald. And it's breaking news: 95% of all control players have contagious cancer. I get it; it's fun, but is it really? I guess maybe in a tournament where it's like I can't lose a single match. I don't care how long we're here for. I have all the time in the world. Okay, but just day to day on play or ranked. Unless you were in that mythic bracket right at the end of the season, I don't think so, boys. This is cancer for me. Maybe I'm just not great at playing it, but I don't know. It's something else. So we're playing either our Fountain or our Shrine. Doesn't really matter, I suppose. It's been raining for about 3 weeks straight here, it feels like. If this is your first time to the channel, make sure to subscribe for your chance to win 500,000 in gems. It's as easy as slamming that button down here and subscribing. It's also a great free way to support me and the channel. So we're going to let him have his stupid turn 3 unabided. We could have thought Erasure, but I think we'll just save it and do an Oath of Kaya maybe. Maybe let's take a look at his hand now, actually. Interesting. So we have to get rid of the Phoenix. We're going to keep the Absorb. That's fuel to fire for us. Skizzik. I've not ever seen this card, actually. Let's take a look at that. Creature Elemental. At the beginning of your end step, if Skizzik wasn't kicked, sacrifice it. Interesting. We'll toss out our Guardmage. This will just protect us from these Lava Runners. Gain some life, draw a card. Down to 10 though, so we will need to make a move here. We do have our Oath of Kaya. He's just going straight removal, hitting us for 4. Taking out one of these Lava Runners, back up to 9. And then we should be able to start the counter sessions. So he has to sacrifice a creature or Planeswalker to cast this, which is nice. Our Elite Guardmage is golden here. That's literally the best thing we could pull. I think we'll take action. So then we'll go back up to 6 and we get to draw. It can come in tapped. Yeah, no buenos, to be honest. Even with all this life gain, he's still been able to burn us down successfully. So he could attack and then sacrifice it, but that wouldn't work. This also has haste as a 5/3, which would... Yeah, he could beat us. It would just take him a turn, right? He didn't play, which I'm finding miraculous. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 land. I guess let's just remove this. Right? And then that forces him to use this, but he's going to try to use it on me, and we'll absorb that. Just gaining a little bit more life here, back up to 9, and we get to keep our creature. No attacks. It's not a life battle for us. We just need to get rid of his hand. We do have a Narset, which will help us because we have Oath of Kaya out. Steamkin would have been nice to kind of get rid of, I think. Ooh, we need something spicy. 1, 2, 3 land available. Just the Steamkin on field. I guess we'll take Tyrant Scorn because we can cast it. Um, yeah, we'll let him go, and we'll deal with this Tyrant score in real time. It would have been nice to have this secondary blue. We should have manually tapped our land probably there. Our opponent does only have 3 land available. I would assume a 4th in his hand. Yeah, we're definitely just going to counter this. Which is okay, because that stays at 2 only. So we could kill that in combat. We're going to hit our Narset up here. I really want to take Teferi, but at the same time, we need to deal with this POS, right? 2 Tyrant Scorned, which is great. That's basically all the red deck has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lands. So let's take a look at your hand first. This Legion War Boss is gone. That Absorb can stay right there. I'll kill this next turn, and we'll absorb whatever he plays. Just gaining our life back up here. He could attack. I think I'm going to take it. That could be my downfall. Let me know in the comments. We're just going to destroy this. And start to hopefully win this match with our Guardmage. Ooh, Rule of Law. That is delicious. And we can't counter though. He's only going to be casting 1 spell anyways. You know what I mean? 6 lands. We could spend 2. We'll just keep countering. Two risk factors is pretty aggressive. I'll take all these absorbs back. 3 absorbs. And heck, let's take a Guardmage. Okay, so let's just get rid of this last card. Teferi can stay. We appreciate that. We have no counter. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully he doesn't pull a haste creature. I don't think we needed to counter risk factor. I think our Narset just bums that out. Yeah, so that's fun. That's our first win. Thank you so much. Whew. I was here for probably an hour this morning practicing, if anyone was on the stream, and it was not good. But I think we've gotten a little bit more of a better grasp on it. Really using that Devious Cover-Up to bring all your absorbs back. And just punishing with hard counters. Could be good, it could be bad, obviously. It's hard to say. I really just like seeing absorbs in my hand, right? Alrighty then. So we need a lot of swamps to be pulled to have anything viable in our hand. Probably should have mulliganed here. Let me know what you think in the comments. Should I have mulliganed this hand? Say yes or no. That's all I need. Hell, I'm going to comment yes. Oh, what a terrible start. I mean, D-Spark is only going to kill his Chandra. We have Mortify for his Frenzy. And then I guess we have Kaya's Wrath for this and just need to pull some life gain here somehow. Ooh, this is a hard burn. Okay, so we pull an Absorb. We do just need one more land. And then that is kosher. If we could just pull probably a Swamp Island combo. And then just continue. Well, wow. Just hard casting a Wizard's Lightning on me. Okay, so we have to play our Narset. And sadly take the land away.
I have just the trick for this.
A lot of land gone there. He is up to 4 lands, and he's still going ham on us. Oh my gosh, hitting us for 4. Nothing we could do. Just obliterated.
Hone your prowess.
Sure. I'll take a Teferi and kill myself with it.
Let's slow this down.
Ah! So that's typically what was happening earlier. Yeah. So definitely should have mulliganed that hand. We can't afford to not have that turn 3 counter available. So we need, ideally our opponent plays a slower starting deck, and we have that turn 3 just sitting idle in the bench. So 2 Scheming Symmetries is aggressive off the start. A Teferi is nice, and a Thought Erasure is really nice. Hopefully we pull a counter, or can surveil a counter. Our opponent also gets to play first, which is a huge advantage. Hopefully we continue to see some slower paced red decks. This is looking like another Esper mirror. Let's see how well he's going to handle us. He got to play first, which is aggressive. And he has a counter available. Let's just check it out, though. Revitalize, Absorb, Cry of the Carnarium. He has all the land he needs for all of them. The draw card's actually pretty nice, if you ask me. Let's take his Absorb out. I guess Narset's pretty high value. She can stay. Oh, a Dovin's Acuity. Interesting. So he is going to be drawing. So I'm going to bait him with the first Narset. Obviously, we're going to see a Vraska's Contempt from it.
Keep an open mind.
And I think Rule of Law might be appropriate this early on. Who dare text me during stream? Okay, taking the Thought Erasure here. He doesn't know what to take. Obviously, I would take Narset out. That would be his best bet. Oh, he takes my Rule of Law. Aggressive. He does not like the look of that. And that is actually the card I tried to draw. I'm going to mortify this Dovin's Acuity right off the start here. And get another draw in. Take a Thought Erasure. I'd like to see these other three cards, you know what I mean? Okay, we see first Vraska's Contempt. We no longer need Narset to shut down Dovin's Acuity, though. So we can maybe progress with Teferi. Well, actually, we'll go Narset again. Just because we have nothing to bounce with Teferi. Oh, we pulled another Teferi. Let's get this Thought Erasure in. I guess Mortify can go, and Absorb can stay right there. Thank you, thank you. Oh, that's tasty. Another Thought Erasure, which we can absolutely cast. But should we wait? 1, 2, 3. We'll save to counter. That's perfect. Now we can Teferi and have a counter.
Sorry, I'm late.
Submitting 0 just to draw a card. And we get another Rule of Law. We're going to hold on to it, though. It's more important to counter. No counter required. Just drawing so many cards. Let's do a quick Thought Erasure. 2 lands. I didn't mean to put that land there, but that's okay. Here is a Rule of Law, and I hope you top deck something awesome. We now have our Teferi token on, so we could well, I don't know if I want to do that right now. I'm in control. Well, we have Rule of Law out, actually. So we're going to counter both of us. And it should be good game after this. I believe we haven't completely locked out. It just puts our Devious Cover-Up right at the top. We will need one of those. And we probably have plenty in our graveyard already. Taking that Cover-Up right there. Plussing our Teferi.
Here goes nothing.
And, yeah, ending our turn. And now we have an Absorb ready, a Devious Cover-Up. So technically, unless our Devious Cover-Up, no, our Devious Cover-Up is in our hand still. And our Scheming Symmetry is in the graveyard. So we're absolutely going to absorb the heck out of that. And that's the only spell he can play. Yeah. I would have liked to keep it going a little longer to show you guys the loop on how, because we would have, our next would have been a Devious Cover-Up, and then we could have taken our Scheming Symmetry and our Absorb back, or our Devious Cover-Up. So we would just be cycling those 3 cards. Just setting up the last few things for our big old business bazanga this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's like they call it a Jamboree. I think they changed the name to a summer festival now. It's like a whole bunch of fair rides come to town. They set up on one of the main streets in the town, and yeah, everybody comes down. There's like food stands. Kids are going on rides. All the shops come out, put some sales on for everybody to spend their dollary dues on. And my girlfriend works at the yoga studio there, and we will be selling a whole bunch of yoga stuff, and then also our Enagic business, so selling those lovely water machines. So this is a pretty aggressive start. We didn't have anything to deal with Krinko. Let's take a look at his hand. The removal of one thing could save us a lot of pain here. We'll take a Shalai, I guess, and then leave the Absorb there. He's helloing us like we're too slow for him, but it's a hard game, bro. Not all of us are just cycling Boros Defiant Strikes all day. What a lucky top deck. What a amazing lucky top deck. Just like that, we've lost the game. These Krinko tokens, man. Woof. We could pull Kaya's Wrath. Okay. Get this Defiant Strike out of here. He can still give all his guys lifelink, though. Which I guess against us doesn't do much, but... these tokens sure do. Woof. Come on, Kaya's Wrath. It's not good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nah. We have to play our Guardmage if we have any semblance of hope. Oh, we pulled it. Can we survive? Interesting. So we're taking 6, 9 damage. Blocking Krinko. Just absolutely destroyed this turn. We pulled another for backup. That's pretty lucky. What a field wipe. Whew. Just in the nick of time. We need him to stall out for 1 turn and go into counter mode. He's immediately making a creature 2. Woof. And then a History of Benalia. Nice, bro. So we can counter a 2/2 next turn. Let's get our Guardmage out, get a little life, get a blocker. And then we pull out that second night for our second Oath of Kaya. Or Kaya's Wrath. Oath of Kaya's Wrath. That's what they should call it. Oh, Lyra the Dawnbringer. Nice. So we're blocking some damage here. And then just an absolute travesty when I kill all his field again. Gaining a life. Here's a land. And I don't really care about Deafening Clarion. I'm going to leave it. His history fizzles. Nice. What a guy. He's just going to double strike us. We need to draw something to remove it. Or put it back to his hand. Tyrant Scorn will pop it into his hand. Actually, cancel. We're going to do that real time. Yeah, so it's our opponent's turn. Let's immediately put this back in his hand. He replays it. Come on, Narset. Oh, we do not get what we need. Or we should have Thought Erasure first, because then we could have surveilled. Well, we'll give him a good game. What a dick. Hello? Yeah, I see it, bro. Double strike. I'm aware. Brutal. Let's try to squeeze in one more win. It's quite the name you've got there. Oh my god, Blaststone is in every one of our draw hands. I don't want it in my draw hand. You damned if you do, you damned if you don't. That's ideal. It speeds our land up. Ooh, Tormenting Voice while we hold a Rule of Law. Let's take a Pixies. What are we dealing with? Let's get rid of that Lich. We have a Rule of Law, so we're just looking for lands. And he discards a creature. Interesting. So this is going to come in tapped anyways. Let's just get this Rule of Law out. We can go from there, right? This is definitely some sort of Grixis deck. We'll play our Guardmage next, tentatively, depending on what we draw. I like to cast a Thought Erasure every 4 turns. It would be interesting to get in there, but at the same time, let's just continue the spread.
Keep an open mind.
We'll take the absorb. Get a little hit point in. Discarding a Plaka Worm. Doesn't get to draw. Okay, I know we said we were going to get 1 win, but that was not a win. That was an embarrassment. Read the fucking card. Pardon my language. Don't worry, I've fallen victim to it so many times. You got to get burned and burned and burned and burned before you learn. But once you do, it's fun, and it's a little bit easier on yourself as well. So let's get one more real win in. Rule of Law did kind of win it there probably for us, but Rule of Law beats any Izzet deck, really. Okay, Field of the Dead this time instead of Blast Zone. Even worse. And our opponent goes first. And it's a green deck. Just groovy. Can we Zed this? I want to play Field of the Dead. Shit. Maybe I'll just hold that and screw myself with it later. Ooh. So we still have no place for 2. And we keep drawing more land, though. So we'll just forget about Field of the Dead for now. Focus on an absorb. We're absorbing Command the Dreadhorde, I guess. Ooh. Ooh! That's aggressive. Ouch. Does it double trigger? It does. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Oh my god. We're so dead. Oh, Kaiser saved us. Yes! Come on, get stuck on land, Billy, because you took 2 Ebon Knights. Yes, we'll take action. I have 1 basic land for that exact reason. Oh, getting hammered. Getting hammered. Yeah, play another creature. Nice. Eat it. Dun, 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 dun. We could cast nothing for 2. It's a perfect time to sneak Field of the Dead out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 unique lands. This is Fountain, Drowned Catacomb, Watery Grave. That's the one. Slamming Field of the Dead into play. At the beginning of your upkeep, discard a card. That is so aggressive, you guys. Let's look for a removal. Cost 3 or less, so a Tyrant Scorn will deal with that. So will a Mortify. We'll do that on his turn, though. We'll make sure he discards a card first, you know what I mean? And it doesn't have Trample, so I could even just, like, chump block it forever. Right? Rotting Regisaur can't get through Field of the Dead. Paying life. This could be interesting. As long as it's not a Planeswalker. That's aggressive. Nice. Nice. So grab a draw here. And Kaya's Wrath is exactly what we need. Let's throw that out because we'll gain 2 life, right? And then we still have enough to get rid of whatever that is. Yeah, we'll deal with that. She can stay. And that'll ensure his hand stays empty. Cavalier of Night. Lifelink 5/4 elemental. When he enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, destroy target creature an opponent controls. When it dies, return target creature card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to your hand. This guy's aggressive. Can enter tapped. I guess we'll Guardmage for a draw. And in all honesty, well, we could absorb if we wait. Right? So it's actually not bad. Maybe. Because I think your upkeep comes before your draw. We're going to go the long way home here. I want these Kaya's Wraths back. And an elf. Just wrecked him with Blast Zone. That's about the most fun I've ever had. And with that, we should win the game. We have an Absorb, we have a Removal, and we have another Narset. A little bit more of a troublesome match than last. We like Field of the Dead. We're going to keep that card. We'll just continue with our draw. That's most important, and he cannot handle it. So that was, what are we calling it? The Rule of Law. Quite an aggressive deck. Honestly, I prefer this way more than Teferi tokens. There is less cancer in this control deck than most control decks. So that's a good thing for me personally as someone who likes to play the game of Magic. Little Teferi still, like Malignant Cancer. He's around. You might want to watch for him. But yeah, we are basically putting out Rule of Law, so each opponent can only cast one spell a turn. And we're going to want to probably Scheming Insight either right before that, if we have the mana, because then if we have some sort of counter in our hands, if they can only cast one card a turn and we just need one counter a turn, it's pretty easy to do, seeing as the whole deck is counters and removals. A few draw engines as well, but that's just to get you through the land. So I hope you guys liked this video of this top-ranked Mythic deck brought to us all by Captain Jamoke. So thanks so much for this deck, Jamoke. It is a pleasure to play, and I look forward to seeing you on the battlefield soon. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. It's a great way to support the channel. Also comment down below. Let me know what you thought of everything, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Take care and have a great day.